Hey, what's going on, internet? Xiagax here, coming at you with some Titanfall 2. Holy crap, when's the last time we played any Titanfall? Probably about 5 years ago on the old channel. That definitely brings back some memories there. That brings me back to a time when I was much more carefree. All I had to worry about was a few bills, work, and YouTube. But either way, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the state of this channel and where it's going in the future. I know I kind of alluded to this earlier, but I really wanted to make this clear because I think I've gotten to a point where I need to admit to myself and to you as the viewer what's going on with this channel, because the reality is the channel is not, I mean, this channel is, it's not huge. It's not anything like I would have hoped it to be when I first started doing this back in 2011, when I first started taking YouTube seriously. And I wanted to make content. I wanted to be the next YouTube superstar. I wanted to be one of those gamers that, that had a huge audience and we could all, be friends and whatnot. And that just never happened. And I think the reason is because, well, there's probably a bunch of different factors that caused it. And before I get into that, I do not say any of this because I am complaining or anything. I'm not blaming any of the viewers. I'm not blaming YouTube. In fact, I'm actually really happy what's going on. I mean, it's been an experience. But I think the reason for why for the lack of growth is one, lack of networking. I just never found the right people who I could go to. Hey, could you watch my stuff? I think you'd really like it, and maybe you could share it around. Two, also just kind of learning like a lot of editing stuff too little too late. And I say that because if you go and look back at the early stuff that I made on my old channel, holy god, it makes me cringe so badly. Like that's the kind of stuff I made. Some of the stupid crap I made was commentary over live multiplayer games in Halo, and it's so bad. It's just so bad because you can barely even hear me, and I'm not even talking about anything, and it was basically trying to inject humor into somewhere where it's just like, how could you, like, it didn't work. I look back at it and I'm thinking, like, how did that get to be a thing? But I just didn't have the heart to get rid of it because I wanted to use it as a learning experience. But eventually I did kind of move on to Let's Plays. I believe I did Fable twice. Did the original Fable and I did Fable Anniversary. And I was in such a mindset back then that I, like, if I got behind on it, like, I thought, well, I should just quit there because nobody's going to be interested in it if I come back to it later. Like, why? I wasn't a popular channel that, like, I needed to give up on something if, like, I moved on to something else. It was just so stupid. But eventually, I mean, what was it? Like, the first Let's Play that I actually did a whole playthrough and I got all the way from start to finish, Metal Gear Rising. And that was a meme in itself. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, it's been an experience, I will say that, and I also do not hope that this sounds like I am quitting. I don't want to say that I'm quitting YouTube. I'm just saying that, like, the Let's Plays are probably going to be on an indefinite hiatus, just because, let's face it, nobody's getting popular on YouTube anymore doing Let's Plays. That was something that happened in 2011, 2012. Everybody was getting popular with gaming because I think it became so readily available. People had screen capture, they had capture cards, so everyone could record their stuff, they could show it off to their friends, they could show it to the world, and everyone was making, they were making Minecraft videos, they were doing Call of Duty commentaries, they were talking, stuff like that. That was the stuff that you were getting popular off of in 2010, 2011, and again, I was just too little, too late. I kept trying to make content on stuff that people already were getting coverage of, and I don't want to say that I was too stubborn to admit it, but I think maybe I was just too ignorant to know that that was what was going on. And I think now I've gotten to a point of, like, I realize it's not like the style of commentary that's the problem, it's the content itself. And it's just that you aren't going to get your channel popular from the ground up doing Let's Plays anymore, at least not the way I do them. I mean, if somebody has a way that you could get your Let's Plays to be super popular from day one, please let me know. I'd like to know how, so I don't have to change my content up. But what I have noticed is that when I did story times or just commentary like Twitch news or YouTube news, I noticed that was a lot more viewed, and it was a lot closer to a 1-to-1 ratio. Where there was at least 1 view per subscriber that I had. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining here, but I think again this is just where I need to kind of be true to myself, because I've tried doing so many Let's Plays. I've tried so much different content. I'm not even shitting you. I even tried ASMR. I kind of did that on a whim, just to try something new. Because there was somebody who's really special to me, and I hope I can get to know better. I hope I can find a way to get to know this person better, because they've been such a positive influence in my life. And we've only really had like a face-to-face. Well, I wouldn't say face-to-face, but we had like a 1-to-1 interaction. For just about an hour, and holy crap, this person just did a lot to change a lot of my attitude and a lot of my perspective. So that's kind of where that came from. But otherwise, I've tried different kinds of games. I've tried commentating on news, and none of it's been all that great. But you know what? I'm okay with that, because like I said, I don't know, did I say it? But yeah, I've been going over to Twitch, and I've got twice the following over there, and I've gotten that following in like only about 2 months. I'm almost at 100 followers over on Twitch, and it's really awesome too, because I already hit affiliate status. I don't expect myself to become the next Twitch star that's going to be signing brand deals left and right. I don't expect myself to be the next Soda Poppin' or Summit G, but I have so much more fun there, because it's I can just broadcast. I can just broadcast and be myself. I don't have to try to inject witty humor all the time and think of like ways to to get viewership up. I can just find a game to play, and if somebody wants to come watch it, and I've gotten to a point where it's just like I'm not worried if I'm not looking to get necessarily 100 viewers concurrently right now. I definitely hope that'll happen in the future, but it obviously won't happen right now. But either way, I can definitely say I'm a lot more content with the way that Twitch is going, because I can see slow but steady and continuous growth with that. Every time I've streamed, I've at least gotten like 1 to 2 followers on average, and I've been really happy with that, instead of just grinding away on YouTube all the time and just saying, all right, here's this piece of work I put out, please watch it, and then please subscribe. YouTube, it almost feels like you have to beg to get somebody to watch your content when you're somebody like myself. Whereas on Twitch, there's always like niche little communities within games that people are playing. So I gotta say, I'm definitely enjoying Twitch so much more. It's just it feels a lot more rewarding, and if I continue to keep streaming, I'm sure it will get even more rewarding. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Again, I'm not quitting YouTube. I will find something to put on there periodically. But otherwise, I just don't feel like putting as much stock into YouTube as I have in the past. I think I said this before, but I've been doing this for almost nearly 10 years. I started doing this straight out of high school, and somehow I've just never adapted. But either way, if you want to see more of me, you can catch me on Twitch, link in the description. But otherwise, yeah, that's basically what's been going on. The Let's Play stuff is going to go on indefinite hiatus after Pokemon gets done. I know I said it was going to go on an indefinite hiatus, but I do want to at least finish Pokemon stuff. So yeah, there will be a little bit more of a grind on YouTube and to kind of finish up some stuff, but at least I'd rather at least finish something I set out to do. So basically when Pokemon Y and Ultra Sun are finished, that's when the Let's Plays are going to kind of go on an indefinite break here. But otherwise, I mean, I noticed that, like I said, commentaries worked out a lot better. So did the story times. I got so many more stories to talk about, so much more news to cover. And again, that seems to do considerably better than just me playing a game and people just not being interested in it because they probably already seen that game played through like about 5 times. But yeah, again, like I said, and I do want to stress this, I'm not complaining. But at the same time, it is a little bittersweet to kind of just say like it's almost like I'm kind of leaving YouTube, but at the same time I'm not. I think it's just like I'm leaving YouTube, or at least I'm not doing the thing that I initially set out to do 10 years ago. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is that that special somebody I was talking about earlier, they definitely encouraged me to, to keep going, and I don't want to be a disappointment and just say like, yeah, I quit doing what I was doing because it just wasn't getting me the viewership. But it's also just like plain being burnt out. Like when I started recording all of the Pokemon White 2 stuff, like when I took a break from that, I just felt so much more relaxed. I just felt so much less pressure. Because I didn't have to put out that content. I didn't have to put out any content. I just wanted to focus on Twitch, and I just found that it was so much more satisfying because I was getting regular viewership. I mean, I've even gotten a few raids. I mean, granted it was a bot. I'm not sure if I put out that video yet or not, but there was some bot that hosted me with over almost 200 views. If I haven't, well, then yes, that happened. I got hosted with 200 people at once, and I believe that's what started getting me to an affiliate status where I was getting a decent viewership. But otherwise, that sort of kind of dropped off a little bit, and I started getting some like legitimate interaction, and that's been a lot more satisfying. So yeah, that's basically what's going on, everybody. I hope I have explained myself of where I've been for the last month. So anyhow, guys, thank you very much for watching, and may God bless you all. I'll see you in the next one.